Welcome back to the catch up here on Cris Cyborg's YouTube channel. I am James Lynch. She is Cris Cyborg. Cris, how are you this afternoon?
I'm great. I was busy weekend. I'm happy. Been training. It's good.
Yes, and we got a lot to talk about. But before we get into the business, how was Valentine's Day? What did you get up to?
I was going a lot of parties for 3 days straight, and I went to Vegas too. So working and hustle. But the Valentine's Day was the weekend. It's not just one day.
Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha. Well, that's good. A little bit of recharging the batteries. Before we get into all the stuff, including what you got up to on the weekend, it was just announced today. Looks like Cat Zingano going to be fighting Pam Sorenson. Just your reaction to that. We've talked about this the last couple of weeks. I don't know why you two aren't fighting, but just your reaction to her fighting Sorenson.
I'm not surprised about that because I hear she's asking for a lot of money for fight, and you really, if you want to fight, you really. I know she's finding a lot of excuse. I never refuse a drug test. And if you see her career, I already said another time, before she's doing the program USADA, she's winning all the fights undefeated. After she came to program USADA, she was 5 years losing fights. So I don't know what she's saying, but I never refuse drug tests. And another thing, so when you're confident to fight, why are you going to choose a fight in the YouTube preliminaries, then fight in main event? So yeah. This is her fight. The next one is gonna be Pam Sorenson, and I have a friend in San Diego. I have a lot of friends that live in San Diego, so I know people training with her now saying she's not confident, if she's gonna win or not. So I think everything she's doing is just an excuse, and I really don't know if this fight is gonna happen or not. I was thinking gonna happen, but I saw she's finding a lot of excuse. And me, Bellator, I have 1 or 2 fights left in my contract. My current contract I'm gonna finish in summer, so I'm ready to fight and just waiting for see the next opponent. I never want to choose opponent, just get ready.
Yes. Okay. Well, we'll have to see how this all unfolds. Obviously, we want to see you back in the cage here pretty quickly. But I mentioned off the top, you had a busy weekend. Paradigm hosted a Super Bowl party all week in LA. I know you got to go. There was a ton of celebrities there. How was that?
No, it was a great time together. I went to Thursday. I did have 3 days. And then I went to 2 days over there. We did some training in the cage. It was very cool with Deanna Barbosa. And I met a lot of NFL players. I met a lot of people, working and working for big companies in the world. It was a very fun time. And because I have one client, the NFL playing the Bengals, clients the Paradigm. Have a Adesanya too, who's fighting UFC. It was pay-per-view. It was an amazing weekend. And very happy I meet a lot of people.
Yeah, and I also saw you got to hang out with someone I know and who's an agent of Paradigm, Carl Reed. I saw was holding some pads for you guys. Carl Reed, the former fighter, now agent for Paradigm. How was it getting to hang out with him a bit? Because Carl's a good friend of mine.
Yes, we did a nice train together. It was a funny story. I was thinking we were going to do the seminar. And then we show up there. No, we're going to the training. But it was a perfect, it was a very nice. We training and a little bit over there. And they have a fun with the people watching. And I think for sure for them it's very different. It looked like we were watching fights live, it's very cool.
That's awesome. Speaking of Paradigm, you referenced him there. Israel Adesanya successfully defending his title over Robert Whittaker. What did you think of Izzy's performance? A really good win over a really tough opponent, Robert Whittaker.
I believe of course Adesanya won. I think he won the 4-1. But you can say he's win all 5 rounds. He did a great fight, safe fight, and to get the victory.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I scored the fight. I had Israel winning 3-2, but still, yeah, I definitely thought he won that fight. Back to the Super Bowl, I noticed that you got to hang out with Mike Tyson. Tell me about that. How cool was it to get to watch the Super Bowl with one of the legends of combat sports?
It was nice. I was getting invited for watch the fights, and Mike Tyson doing the podcast same time too. It was a dimension. It's on the Lenny Kravitz. It was a huge house and a lot of people. A lot of VIP people from TikTok, from NFL players. Always fun time.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And did you happen to catch any of the Super Bowl commercials? They're always, exciting to watch as part of the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I know. This is the best commercials in the Super Bowl. But I didn't have the opportunity to watch because there's a lot of people. But I have the opportunity. They invited me to do one commercial for the Super Bowl, E-Toro. But I was in Brazil the same time and they were filming and I couldn't do. But I know this is the best commission. You cannot miss that.
We do have a Bellator card this weekend. We spoke about it last week, but Justine Kish, someone who we had on here co-hosting the show, someone I know you train with, she's going to be fighting Deanna Bennett. How's Justine been looking in camp? I know she's kind of looked up to you and thought of you as a bit of a mentor heading into this fight.
No, Justine has been helping me for my last camps. Yeah, I know. Her record is no means who she is. She's did it like her 4 fights she's haven't lost. It was 2 for points for decision, but she's very tough girl. I believe she's gonna win this fight for ground and pound. You never getting tired. She's very strong, and for division, I'm happy. And she's doing good with me. I believe she's gonna be doing amazing. I think it's gonna be the best fight night, the both girls.
Speaking of women's MMA, Kayla Harrison tweeting out last week, change of plans, just a very cryptic tweet. And then she had the interview with ESPN. It still seems like she's a free agent right now. They haven't come to terms, even though PFL, I don't know if you've seen it, they've been putting out all these press releases with Kayla's face on it. So it's still not confirmed though. What do you think is going to happen with Kayla? Do you think there's a possibility she could come to Bellator?
I think she's in tough position now. I think PFL doing great, paying a lot of money for her. And if you see her platform, like a lot of people don't watch her when she's fighting or the following, and the PFL winning to pay a lot of money for her. I don't know what's the deal she's doing. I don't know what she's want to change the people she's fighting. I don't know, but I believe she's tough position. But I think she's have to think about for sure her career and do her best for her.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that happens. And just we kind of touched on it there. Any update on your next fight? We know what the Cat Zingano is doing, but what about yourself? Has there been any talks with Bellator lately?
I hear about my man say maybe April, and maybe can be Arlene Blencowe. But they're gonna be a rematch. I never choose opponent, but I really would like fighting new girls. But if it be Arlene Blencowe, it's gonna be a great fight too. But just here, just getting ready. Just be ready for April and to see the opportunity coming. I'm ready for the fight.
We're going to do our Portuguese saying of the week, and I know we're a little bit late here because Valentine's Day was yesterday at the time of recording, but how would you say Happy Valentine's Day in Portuguese? How would I say that?
Feliz Dias dos Namorados.
Dos Namorados. Namorados.
Yes, Feliz Dia dos Namorados.
Feliz Dia Namorados.
Sim.
Okay.
Yes, but you're okay. You're still on time because in Brazil it's now in February.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay.
Perfect.
There we go. It worked out well. As always, before we get out of here, make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Chris, anything going on in the premium service? We got CrisCyborg.com. You can sign up with Bitcoin. You can sign up for less than a cup of coffee. You not only have the Q&As every month, you got the technique videos. Anything going on with CrisCyborg.com that you can let our listeners know?
Soon we're going to have our live together. If you'd like to be with us, sign up. You go to my website and sign up. And we're going to have Cyber Nation event too. It's going to be March 12th. And I'm very excited too. And then you can sign up. You're going to have every Thursday new techniques for training home. And every Saturday we put one fight from the event we do in Brazil. And welcome to coming. And it's nice, great together doing the live together.